So I'm off today, day 12, final day of detecting. Chance to get all the rest of the silvered hammereds and whatever else I can muster up today at 8 hours of metal detecting. So we'll hit the van at 9. We'll be on the field. It's quite close, so we don't have a long drive like we have had for the last few days. And then we'll be packing up at 5 to get back and start our pack up for an early rise to Heathrow in the morning. So this is day 12. It went fast, and let's see what we can find today to make the journey complete. Well, it's day 12. It's the end of this UK metal detecting journey. Everyone's getting ready to get out in the field. It's another beautiful day here. It's going to be about 70 degrees, blue skies, and we're on a field that has produced some gold in the past. We'll see how it goes today. It's a little bit of stubble out there, but hey, we're all excited for day 12. We want to hit it and hit it hard, see what we bring home. But an unbelievably great trip, and can't wait to get out today and see what finds we bring in for last and final day. Okay, let's go. Well, it's our second find of the day. Some sort of an old hook, or not sure what it is. We'll find out from Steve. First find of the day, something for Steve to identify. Got a little knobby thing on the end. It's interesting. It's old. It's metal. On to the next.
Oh, let me get rid of this.
Mike just found a silver shilling. Very nice. Very nice. Just found this serpent buckle. And we got ourselves another big old English coin here. Let's see, 1922. 1922. And it looks like George Fourth? No, George. I guess I should know this already. It's a George. It's a George. Okay, we have a coin of some sort here. Looks like it's a farthing size. It is very corroded, and we're not going to waste a lot of time trying to figure it out in the field. We'll have Steve take a look at it. We get back to the table.
So this turns out to be a very cool merchant's token dated 1668 from Norwich, the area in which we were metal detecting for 12 days. So it's a very cool ending to this great metal detecting trip. So what was this? Well, you see on the backside on the non-dug example in the upper right-hand corner, the arms of the city of Norwich, which is a lion rampant facing left, surmounted by a castle turret. All within a sort of flat-topped shield. So these merchant tokens were produced out of necessity because it was a time of great chaos in the UK. There had just been a massive civil war. Charles I was beheaded. There was a period of Commonwealth government under Oliver Cromwell, and then his son. And then finally the monarchy was restored in 1660 with Richard. So there had been a period of 20 years without small denomination royal coinage. So these coins, these tokens, were produced by local merchants to fill the void.
And after a long drought, I think we might have a coin here. And let us see what it is. Hopefully it's not a button, you know. Uh-oh. We have a hammered silver coin here. We've got a hammered silver coin. Let me gently get some spray and we'll take a closer look at this. First hammered in a couple days, and it's our 14th overall. Really pleased with that. Let's have a quick look. And here we go. Here's a look at the front, which is not in great condition, but look at the back and the long cross. Beautiful hammered silver, medieval. We'll get it identified by Steve.
What we have here is a heavily worn Edward I hammered silver penny. I put the images at the top, the coin I just found. Below is a similar hammered of Edward that I found earlier in the trip, so you can see what this coin would have looked like if it had been in better condition. This happened to be the 14th and final hammered silver coin, brilliantly sniffed out on the tour by the XP Deus 2. And regardless of condition, a hammered is a hammered is a hammered. You never get tired of finding hammered silver coins in England. But even though this was the last hammered silver I found, it wasn't the last silver coin of the day, as you will see coming up shortly. Okay, we're approaching lunchtime here on day 12, and we had a signal. It is in this clump here, and I'm not sure what it is. My track record on filming live on these has not been good. It turns out to be buttons most of the time, but I do believe in this case we may have a coin, or we may have a button. It's got a shank. It's a button. We're on our quest for our 15th hammered, and instead we get a button. It's old, 18th century, but it's just the button. And 5 hours to go on our last day here. So, on to the next. Well, we have another coin on edge here in a clump. It's right there, right here where my thumb is. From the side, it looks like it could be just a modern penny. But see if I keep my track record of bad finds when I live dig. And yeah, I think we've got a modern 20p here. Yeah, it's 20p coin, modern, spendable. So maybe I'll be able to use that at Heathrow tomorrow. All right, well, nothing particularly interesting here. Let's continue on. A few hours left. And here we have another button. And about 6 inches down, we have ourselves a button, and it's got a little fancy on it. Nice little star design in the center of the button there. Hopefully you can see that. Not a hammered, but a pretty looking button from the 18th century. On to the next. We might have our second hammered coin of the day. We're close to a trackway here, and there's a lot of trash, but I think I've got a hammered silver here. Haven't taken a close look at it yet. Let's give it a little squirt and see if I'm right. Hopefully it's not a button, because you know my track record with live shots is not good, and it looks like it may not be hammered. It may be a milled coin. Oh, I think we got a George. That looks like King George on the front. This could be a King George shilling, maybe. Let's see what we see on the back. Try to get this top layer of mud off without scratching the coin. So this will be exciting, because we haven't had anything close to a Georgian silver. And one of the guys on our in the group has been saying, you know, we just haven't seen Georgian silver come up. So we might just have our first here, and it'd be sweet if it is. I'm not sure where to find the date on these guys. That's the back. And this is the front. Definitely is King George on the front there. If only my fingers weren't so dirty. Might be able to get a look at the... Shoot. Just dropped it. See if we can get a date off of this. I don't know if you can see it there, but I'm going to take a picture of it and see if we can get a date off of it. Okay, it's not a hammered silver coin from the 1200s, but how cool is it to find a silver coin of George III, who was king during the American Revolution? Well, we're down to the final hour and a half, and I do have a coin here. Not sure if it's a farthing or possibly Roman, but I think it's more likely to be a farthing. Now, some Roman has come off this field today, so it is possible it's a Roman folus, but as it dries here, I'm thinking, you know, I'm gonna have to let it dry just a little bit more and take a closer look at it. I do see a head on this side, a profile. Difficult to know if this is exactly what this is. At the moment, it's pretty well toasted, but it is a coin, and it is old. Just not sure how old at this stage, but we'll check. Well, here's the coin in all its muddy glory. You can start to make out the portrait, which is looking right, which means it's a George III penny. This wraps up day 12 of our trip. It's been a fantastic trip, and if you've watched more than this episode and followed along, thank you so much. I enjoy sharing this trip with everyone. Special thanks out to Stephen Haley, who made this trip possible, and I'll leave you with one last quick snapshot from the end of the day. Well, we're back from the UK. Been a successful trip. Little Tim's here. We're on our way back home from the airport. So hope you enjoyed this episode. Yeah, we'll do it again next year. Same place, same time. Happy hunting. May all your tones be high tones.